this new look Montreal Canadiens team, I'm really curious about what they'll be good at, whether with Mike Hoffman, their power play will be better. With Christian Dvorak's addition, will their penalty killing be a lot better? Are they still going to be a decent fort-checking team? They still have Josh Anderson, who I think is still pretty good at that. With the young talent that they have, guys like Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki, the youth movement that we are pretty much encouraging to have happen with this Montreal Canadiens team, as we talked about in our full episode, which released earlier this week. Let's kind of talk about some of those topics. And what areas do you think the Montreal Canadiens could excel in this coming season?
I'm really hoping that they can excel in their 5-on-5 scoring, because they definitely have the players who can get the puck in the net. If you look at the additions, some of the ones that you mentioned before, Christian Dvorak, Mike Hoffman, Cole Caulfield, who earned the nickname Goal Caulfield from the playoffs, yes. Nick Suzuki, that they have a lot of the players, Brendan Gallagher as well. So they just need to find a way to score consistently 5-on-5. And I think that would really help the Canadiens, because for years on this show, we've talked about how difficult it is for them to score goals and how difficult it is to win a game when you're only scoring 1 goal a game and you're relying on your goaltender to keep you in. So that's the area that I think that there's no reason why they shouldn't excel in that.
I think they're going to be exciting to watch. I think it's going to be an upbeat, quick game that they're going to play. They've got a lot of guys that can skate. There's a lot of guys that are going to be able to scoring goals, and I don't think we should underestimate the ability of this group to make it very entertaining. And they are going to be they're going to be tough to hold back off the score sheet. I think there's just a lot of guys that are going to be able to find the net. And like I said, it's going to be a real quick up-pace type of game. And they have the personnel to play it. And they're probably going to get the results with some really good goal production by a number of guys.
I think where they have to excel is on the power play. It's been their problem for so long. They have to get better. Their life will be a lot easier if the power play can be better. You mentioned Dvorak. Dvorak has scored a large percentage of his career NHL goals on the power play. He can play that bumper position, which the Canadiens really haven't had anybody who can fit that role properly. Hoffman's another guy who expected to help the power play. The fact that he's probably not going to take part in training camp, you wonder when he's going to be ready to join the team. One thing is certain, the power play won't be as predictable because Shea Weber won't be there, so it won't be constantly getting the puck back to Weber at the blue line for the big blast. You're going to have to get a little bit more creative, which I think can be a good thing. Shea Weber's shot is obviously effective, but I think they just became too predictable with that. They showed their penalty killing is the main reason they made it to the Stanley Cup final last season. It was remarkable. It was over 90%, or one of the main reasons anyway. And especially since Carey Price isn't going to be at training camp, we don't know when he's going to come into the season. Some power play goals would definitely make life easier for the Canadiens and Jake Allen, and they have to improve, if not excel, on the power play this season.
A lot of good stuff that the Canadiens could be good at. This might be a hot take. I think this might be one of the better goal-scoring teams we've seen in a while from the Montreal Canadiens. I mean, Caulfield, Mike Hoffman if he's healthy, Tyler Toffoli if he's healthy. Brendan Gallagher, I know, will be playing third line. If he's still able to chip in and as a secondary scorer, that's going to help. With the amount of goal scoring they could get off the wings, this would be pretty good from a goal scoring perspective. Nick Suzuki as well is able to contribute offensively. I think that's going to be whether it's at 5-on-5, whether it's at 5-on-4, or just whatever man advantage they have. I think we're all going to be. This is just my take here. I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised at the amount of goals the Canadiens are able to score. Let us know in the comment section what area you.
One thing
go ahead
before we finish. I do hope that's the case. Because remember, you get, if they score first, free medium fry at McDonald's. This is pre-pandemic. I hope they bring it back because I miss my free fries.
Was it five goals for the free chicken wing? But yes. Just what you said, Julian, Brendan Gallagher could be a third-line player on this team, a proven 30-goal scorer. For the last few, the only guy who was a legitimate goal scorer on the Canadiens for a long time. And he's going to be possibly a third or at least second-line winger. So that just shows you the depth of scoring they have on the wings. Again, center is a question mark. Again, yes. So we'll see how that works out. But there's no doubt that there's a lot of offense on the wings for this season.
Rick, did you want to add anything? So Jess reminded me very apt of you to remind me of the medium fries. And I don't know if we're going to do the
I-
chicken wings thing anymore, but Rick,
I just lost my train of thought when
the food.
It's lunchtime.
Oh man, it is lunchtime. I'll mention this though. Stu mentioned the whole center thing. Don't worry, we got a bonus episode coming up that talks all about the areas where the Canadiens might regress or not be as good at. So don't worry, we'll cover that too. But in the meantime, in the comment section, let us know what areas you think the Canadiens will do well in this coming season. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're trying to see if we can, up that count. Well, we're at still above 10,000 followers. Let's get to 11,000. Let's get some more followers on this YouTube channel. Visit hockeyinsideout.com to check out our full episode and subscribe to the Hockey Inside Out newsletter, montrealgazette.com/newsletter.